For most of recorded human history, ancient cultures did not understand life as something to be endured, escaped, or merely survived. Across Africa, the Nile Valley, Mesopotamia, the Indus Valley, the Americas, and early Asia, human existence was understood as participatory, a relationship between the individual, nature, the cosmos, and what they understood as the source of creation itself. In these cultures, meaning was not externalized. It was remembered. Modern education, media, and even many religious interpretations often presented ancient civilizations as primitive, symbolic, or mythological in a fictional sense. Yet archaeology, linguistics, and comparative religious studies show something very different. These studies developed complex systems of self-knowledge, ethics, psychology, ritual, and cosmology that were meant to be lived, not worshipped from a distance. Their gods were not separate beings ruling somewhere else. They were principles, forces, and states of awareness reflected in nature and mirrored within the human being. In ancient Kemet, what is now called Egypt, the human was understood as a multi-layered being: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and cosmic. Life was not about accumulation or status, but alignment, ma'at, a balance between inner truth and outer action. Similar frameworks exist in early Hindu philosophy, Taoism, Indigenous cosmology, and the Greek mystery traditions. These cultures did not ask, "What can I get from life?" They asked, "How do I live in harmony with what it already is?" What remains consistent across the traditions is this: the source of stability, meaning, and clarity was never placed outside the individual. And yet, modern life teaches the opposite. From an early age, people are taught that answers come from achievements, consumption, relationships, productivity, or approval. That fulfillment arrives when something is obtained, fixed, or overcome. That peace is conditional. Anthropological and historical records show that ancient people did not structure life around constant striving. Their rituals, calendars, myths, and daily practices were designed to continually return the individual to remembrance, to reinforce inner orientation in the midst of uncertainty, suffering, and death. They understood struggle as a part of existence, not a failure of it. Ancient texts do not present these societies as free from hardship. They faced famine, disease, war, and loss. What differed was how these experiences were understood. Suffering was not seen as proof that something was missing, but as evidence that alignment required maintenance. This is where practice mattered. Ritual was not superstition. It was repetition, designed to condition awareness. Symbolism was not decoration. It was instruction. Myth was not fantasy. It was a psychological and spiritual technology. These systems were not built to promise comfort. They were built to cultivate inner stability, regardless of external conditions. Over time, much of this understanding was fragmented, translated through foreign languages, filtered through conquest, institutionalized religion, and modern frameworks that favored literalism or dismissal over application. What remains today are fragments, names, stories, images, often separated from their original purpose. This channel exists to restore function, not belief. The question is not, what did they worship? The question is, what were they practicing? Because practice implies participation. Across traditions, the human being was understood as a microcosm of the universe. The same laws governing the stars, cycles, birth, decay, and renewal, were believed to operate within the body and mind. This was not poetic language. It was a documented cosmology, philosophy, and metaphysics. To know oneself was not self-improvement. It was survival wisdom. Ancient teachings consistently emphasized that confusion, fear, and suffering increase when attention is placed solely on the external world. They also show that clarity emerges through repeated inward orientation, not withdrawn from life, but engagement with it from a grounded center. This does not require rejecting modern life. It requires remembering how to stand within it. What this channel offers is not the answers, salvation, or certainty. It offers method, rooted in historical evidence that ancient people used to navigate existence when nothing was guaranteed. These include rituals as nervous system regulation, symbolism as psychological instruction, cycles as guidance for action, and rest and inner observation as stability during uncertainty. These principles are not tied to belief. They are tied to application. And application is where most modern interpretations stop. There is no promise here of escape from hardship. Ancient cultures did not promise that either. What they offered was orientation, a way to move through life without losing oneself to it. This channel is for those who sense that survival alone is not the purpose of being here. For those who recognize that accumulation does not resolve emptiness. For those who feel that something essential has been forgotten, not taken, not lost, but buried beneath distraction, urgency, and noise. Most of the content here will be brief, short reminders meant to interrupt forgetfulness. Occasionally, there will be longer explorations that provide historical grounding and practical integration. This is not about returning to the past. It is about remembering what was never meant to be abandoned. The ancients did not believe humans were broken. They believed humans were forgiven. And remembrance, practice consistently, was how life became livable, even meaningful, under any condition. If something here resonates, let it be used, not admired. Because knowledge was never meant to sit outside of you. It was meant to return you to yourself.